His name was Phil, and this is Phil. Now, Phil had a thing for me. Of course. Because I'm 21. And he had a timeshare up in Sky Valley, Georgia. Well, he wanted me to go to the timeshare with him. Indubitably, that did not happen. Second thought, he got some other people that he knew from some singles groups. I couldn't believe he found 3 people that would take 7 days off to go on this trip. One person had already been, and it's in the area what we call the South Four Corners. That would be Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. My question is, how are 5 people, 5 strangers pretty much, we all knew Phil, going to manage for 7 days? So this is the adventure. First day on the road, 2 o'clock in the morning, we leave. I've had 4 hours sleep. So I think the other guys were sleeping. I actually started driving. 5 a.m. we reached the Georgia border. And about an hour away from our destination in Helen, Georgia, we have to stop because Dennis is starving. Poor little baby. By the time we got to the condo, we were pretty much exhausted. So it was just a little talking, get some dinner, went to bed early. The next morning we head out for Cherokee. I'm really excited about Cherokee. I'm writing a story for school about a woman who was actually the last, let me go back for a minute, because Cherokee Indians have a matriarchal, or used to have a matriarchal system. So the women were very involved in making decisions for the whole tribe. Well, the last woman who had that position, her name was Nancy Ward. And the class I had was about, women in history. So I'm writing a story about her. I'm so excited. I'm going to Cherokee. I'm going to find out all this information. Well, the archives were closed that day. But I did get a nice little book, and that helped me put some things together for that. Amazing woman. Please Google her and get her information. Just a fascinating woman. Even though her last name was Ward, she was a full Cherokee. She later married a man that was American. Fascinating. Third day, Glen Falls. Glen Falls is beautiful. If any of you have not gone to this area, I very much suggest that you go. Glen Falls is actually 3 sections. And all through our trip, it was very foggy, so everything was wet. And what happens is you start at the top, and you go down in sections. It's just beautiful. The problem is going back up. It is quite a hike back up. Every place that we stopped, there was like 3 areas you could stop. We had to sit and rest for a while. It was a little crazy, but it was just so beautiful. But the most impressive falls for me was the White Waterfalls, 411 feet tall.
Wow.
That is 2.5 football fields. It is. By the end of that day, my legs were pretty tired. And of course, I couldn't do it today with this problem going on. Oh well. 4th day, the Smokies. Again, very foggy. The mountains were just covered in fog. A lot of times it was like the ceiling of the clouds would come down and just touch the tops of those mountains. I'd never seen mountains like that before. When we went to the ranger station, there was a thing going on at that time where they were trying to introduce the red wolves back into that area. And when we met with the ranger, he said they had just released 4 wolves. I was so excited. I love wolves. I love all animals. And he said that this was an experiment, and if they didn't make it, they would have to, bring them all back out and put them someplace else. So I have a little journal that I took this out of, and I said, I sure hope they make it. Unfortunately, they didn't. In 1998, they did have to take the wolves out because they weren't surviving them. The next day, we went to the area of Oh, excuse me, just want to go back for a minute. We had gone to a park, and there's all these little critters just running around. And they're so fast you can't figure out what they are. I said, those must be chipmunks. I know they're chipmunks, but Humphrey was a chipmunk for me. And Joy, one of the other people on the trip, she's the redhead, said, yes, yes, they must be chipmunks. And Dennis said, maybe they're groundhogs. Has this guy never seen Wild Kingdom? Please, those are not groundhogs. They don't move that fast. I mean, I've never seen a groundhog in person, but you know, if you see it on TV, pretty good way to see them. So we had to go check with the ranger. Sure enough, they're chipmunks. And all this while, Phil is saying, land eels, you know, just trying to brighten everything up. I think we were getting a little heated in this debate. We did go to Pigeon Forge. We did not go to Dollywood. I'm getting tired and cranky, and we decided to go to Gatlinburg. Next day, we stayed in because it was rainy and I had a cold. Day 6, the clouds lifted. And again, we went to some more falls. And those falls make you feel like you're just an ant. They're so powerful, especially after all the rain that happened. Day 7, Great Smoky Mountain Train. Oh boy, we're gonna go on the train. It doesn't run at 2 p.m. Please. So I went to Cabbage Patch Kids. Can you believe they have a place where they have dolls that are born? Whoa, really weird. Tripping. By that time, I was looking forward to going home. I missed my autonomy. And what I figured is, I mean, one of the nice things is everybody contributed to decisions and there was good compromises made. But I wouldn't want to live with these 5 people. It was a pleasure to get along with them, though. It was a wonderful trip. Thank you.